We look back on the year of COVID in part 1 of our Best of 2020. Phil Lindemann with your news from Avalanche Physical Therapy on Krystal 93. First, after a slow start Christmas Day, holiday weekend traffic cranked into overdrive. Friday brought just 21,000 vehicles to the I-70 Mountain Corridor before volume more than quadrupled Saturday into Sunday for 88,700 cars in 48 hours, the most since late September. Three-day total was 116,000 vehicles, down 2.9% compared to the previous weekend, still the second busiest of ski season. A 57-year-old man was caught and killed by an avalanche on Berthoud Pass Saturday afternoon, the fourth avalanche fatality of the season in Colorado. The CAIC reports the man was skiing a steep, tight chute known as Chimney Chute. Rescuers found him fully buried several hours later. He was skiing solo and not wearing a beacon. We're counting the hours to 2021 and reviewing the best of 2020, starting today with the big infectious elephant in the room, COVID-19. How you feeling about coronavirus in Colorado? Does that change anything for you?
No, I'm not going to change anything. I'm going to probably wash my hands a little bit more.
That's a skier at Arapahoe Basin, just hours after Colorado's first confirmed case of the novel coronavirus right here in Summit on March 5th. An out-of-state skier in his 30s checked into Summit Medical Center that same day, and soon after, Governor Jared Polis confirmed.
He traveled to Italy in mid-February, where there was an outbreak occurring.
10 days later, Vail Resorts closed chairlifts, and hours after, Governor Jared Polis ordered ski resorts statewide to shut down, something local officials, like Health Director Amy Wineland, had never seen before.
If we are successful, it will seem like everything was unnecessary. So it will look like we overreacted.
The health orders snowballed, leading to the first stay-at-home order in late March.
There is no enforcement authority here. There is a far greater enforcement authority in these matters, and his name is the Grim Reaper. If we don't abide by these simple common sense protocols, you will be jeopardizing lives.
In those first few weeks, thousands were rushed to hospitals, and dozens died. Summit's own Kevin Danzig, remembering a friend of his from the Vail Valley.
Well, I am sad to say that a good friend of mine, Rod Powell of the Vail Valley, died from the coronavirus just a couple days ago, and I was exposed to him because he was singing with me about 2 weeks ago. So I have been staying at home.
By April 15th, an estimated 20,500 Summit residents were unemployed, nearly two-thirds of the year-round population, a slice of 1.7 million jobless statewide. Lauren Hitchell, owner of Studio B in Frisco.
The revenue that we lost, that was supposed to be during one of the busiest times for all of us. You know, how are we supposed to make that up?
March, April, and May brought cancellation after cancellation, starting with winter events like USASA Nationals at Copper and summer events like dozens of concerts. Leon Joseph Littlebird.
Guys like me have lost 100% of their income, and we're not looking real positive for when it's going to come back.
Meanwhile, experts scrambled to make sense of the virus. Fauci and Wineland became household names. Terms like social distancing became the new normal. And for a while there, we were howling at the moon. By Memorial Day, COVID was here to stay, and local towns braced for losses up to 40%. But summer was strong, with sales tax revenue equal to or better than last year, and visitors still came, like a couple out dining on Frisco's pedestrian promenade.
It's very exciting. I've not eaten food that I haven't cooked in 3 months, and this is fantastic.
Today, 1 year after COVID-19 reared its ugly head in China, dozens of locals are getting vaccinated, and Governor Polis is optimistic.
This is a marathon. We're getting there. We can see the end in sight. We're in this together, Colorado, from the very beginning. We're excited to be fully transparent about our plans in Colorado to lead the nation for vaccine distribution.
But there is no vaccine for economic and social fallout, what we will be covering closely through 2021. Stay tuned all week at 4 and 5 for our Best of 2020 recap. In sports, the Nuggets play the Rockets tonight at 7. And in local sports, brought to you by American Family Insurance, the Weiss Agency, the Fat Bike Town Series continues next month, January 23rd at Gold Run Nordic in Breck. Get registered through mavsports.com. Phil Lindemann with your news from Avalanche Physical Therapy on Krystal 93.